What's going on, everybody? And in this video, we're going to cover what the heck is ChatGPT and how you can make money today using the new tool. So let's get into it.
Okay.
By Wikipedia's definition, ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, which is a chatbot launched by OpenAI in November 2022. It is built on top of OpenAI's GPT 3.5 and is fine-tuned with both supervised and reinforcement learning techniques.
I don't know.
What does this mean in normal language? Basically, it's an AI, artificial intelligence computer program, which is there to mimic human writing.
Nice.
It basically skyrockets the productivity of a company by 10x. What it means, it gets the job done, what would usually take several people within minutes only. It can be used for an endless number of things. Some are a bit more scary, some are not so scary. The scary ones include like mimicking dead people according to the data, the digital data they have left while they were still alive. You can recreate an artificial intelligence to keep talking to that person online. And this reminds me a little bit of the episode of Black Mirror, if you remember. That one episode where this lady, she was pregnant and her husband had a car accident, passed away. She couldn't get over it, and so she found a service online which provided to recreate her husband with artificial intelligence and create this human-looking robot, which then got delivered to her doorstep, and she lived with that guy for a few years until she got crazy herself. But that's the scary side of things. Let's talk about the not so scary side of things and how you can make money today. So currently people are using this tool to create applications, entire websites within minutes, entire blogs within minutes, to create personalized customer services, creating unlimited amount of content for social media or any kind of marketing material like email sequences and copywriting. It can also be used for mental health, and I'm going to demonstrate a few things to you today. I'm very excited about this. Other people created already WordPress plugins, and also students are taking advantage of it and writing full essays. So you could also start a completely new company from scratch because OpenAI provides an API. I know there's a lot of I's. That's okay if you're a little bit confused, but API stands for Application Programming Interface. And that means developers who are creating different applications can have access to the data information ChatGPT is currently gathering. But the information provided by ChatGPT is the amazing thing. Is the actual robot is actually being trained by people like you and me. Fun fact, it took ChatGPT only 5 days to reach 1 million users online. As a comparison, it took Twitter 24 months to do it and Facebook 10 months to do it. Here's the downside though, ChatGPT has not been trained beyond 2021, so the data we can access is still very limited. Now, who owns OpenAI? OpenAI is owned by a guy called Sam Altman, and one of the co-founders include, you've guessed it, Elon Musk. However, Elon Musk left the company 2019 as he didn't agree on the plans the company had going forward. Should we be scared? Forbes reported Elon Musk saying this: ChatGPT is scary good, we are not far from dangerously strong AI.
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
What does all this mean? One question which pops to my mind, are we finally forced to update the outdated schooling system? I hope so, because the current one is just based on memory and not on intelligence. So this could be a great opportunity to up-level the entire humanity. Now, before I get into the 8 business ideas which can help you to make money today on the internet, I would like to demonstrate a few different things to showcase how ChatGPT actually works and how you can use it in your business today in order to save loads of money. So that's what the backend looks like. Let's say we would like to sell oranges. So let's create an email sequence that helps us sell oranges. Okay, so this is the search box, and you would just type the prompt into the search box. So let's say, for example, write me an email that sells oranges to housewives, and hit enter. Dear housewives, I hope this email finds you well. I wanted to reach out to you today to introduce our delicious and juicy oranges. Yada, yada, yada. You see the point. So now it just types an email, which I could send out. If I'm the farmer and I want to sell oranges to housewives, I would just send out that email. Amazing, that took about 10 seconds. So the point of ChatGPT is like it acts like a person. So we are chatting with it. Like now, okay, now we have the first draft of that email. Now you could say, make it shorter. Now it takes the existing copy and makes it shorter. Now make it longer and add humor. Okay, so we can make it a bit funny so people will laugh when they read our email. You get the point. So, and there's many different prompts which you can use in order to create your email copy like that. Are you tired of the same old apples and bananas for your daily fruit fix? See, this is a bit more funny, right? It's like not as boring as the first draft. It's a little bit longer again because that was my command. Make it longer and add humor. Amazing. Now, make it shorter and add urgency and scarcity, because we're in marketing, we know that we need to add urgency and scarcity to the mix. It even lists like the benefits why we should buy oranges, like not only are oranges packed with essential nutrients like vitamin C, fiber and potassium, but they're also grown on local farms and picked at the peak of ripeness to ensure the best flavor of quality. Isn't that mind-blowing? Like, guys, you do not have any more excuses from now on to tell me you don't have time to write emails, okay? So that's one thing you can do with ChatGPT. Another thing you could do is write ads. If you're running an ads agency or if you're a copywriter, you could get ideas using ChatGPT. Write me a Facebook ad selling oranges from Melbourne. Now just types up an ad which you can use for your Facebook ads. Again, the same thing. You can make it juicier, you can make it funnier, you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, whatever your heart desires. So let's try write in a royal voice like Queen Elizabeth, for example. Greetings, one and all. It is with great pleasure that I, Queen Elizabeth, present to you the finest oranges to be found in the land. Obviously, you would go in and edit and say and remove Queen Elizabeth and things like that, and then edit it to your likings. But isn't that amazing? Isn't that mind-blowing how much time you can save doing all these things? Hit the like button if you're as excited as I am about AI, and if you think AI is the future, and click the dislike button if you do not know what to do with all of this new AI stuff and if you want me to create more videos like this. Another thing you could do is ask it for YouTube titles. Write me 10 viral YouTube titles about orange farms in Melbourne. Experience the magic of orange picking in Melbourne. The best orange farm in Melbourne. A tour you won't forget. Amazing. Now it keeps writing out 10 punchy headlines, which I could use to, for my YouTube titles if I would be a travel blogger or a fruit blogger from Melbourne or whatever. Other people have written entire movie scripts with this already, and students are currently very excited about this too, because you can actually write entire essays with this or even entire blog posts. So let's see, let's write a blog post, but what about? Let's ask ChatGPT. What should I write a blog post about today? There are many topics that you could write a blog post about today. It all depends on your interest, your audience, and what you want to achieve with a blog. Here are a few ideas to get you started. A personal essay about a meaningful experience or lesson you've learned. A tutorial on a skill or hobby you are passionate about. Blah, blah, blah. Now it lists out many different ideas, right? So let's just pick one. Let's take a travel diary or destination guide. Write me a 500-word blog post about Bali targeted towards luxury travelers. Hit enter. So now it types up the entire blog post, right? So obviously you can't go and just create blog posts all day long and let AI do its job. You still would need to go in and edit, because one thing ChatGPT doesn't do really well is actually facts. So there's many mistakes ChatGPT is known for doing about numbers or dates or any kind of costs or in general facts. So that's not very accurate. A human would still need to go in and correct the blog post. Also, you will be punished by Google if you just do copy it from ChatGPT and paste it onto your website as a blog post, because Google is already that smart so that they have created AI generated content detectors. So now here we go. There is my 500-word blog post ready about Bali. And this is what brings me to the second part of this video, 8 business ideas you can get into to make money today, even if you don't have a business yet. So because of all of the things I've just mentioned and the things you've seen, you still need the human element in order to fact check the blog post or the social media post and make it formatted, make it longer, make it funnier, make it shorter, all of these kind of things, right? Depending on what people are after. But it will be done 10 times faster than usual. And here's where your advantage comes in, because it's so new, it's so brand new. Very few people know about it. Yes, the internet is currently exploding and everyone is talking about it, but how long does it take to reach everyone, and how long does it take for people to actually want to learn about the thing? So now let's talk about the 8 business ideas which you can get into right now to make money with OpenAI. So one thing to remember is that you are selling speed and convenience as a business, right? So not everyone now knows, okay, this is how I can create these blog posts. Not everyone wants to do the thing, right? Even if they would understand how to use ChatGPT, for example, they wouldn't want to sit down and think about, oh, now let's create 100 blog posts for my website so I can finally rank and sell more courses or whatever it is, right? So this is where you can come in. You can create your own agency or your own services. If you don't want to pull up a big company with many workers, you can also just go onto websites like Fiverr, Upwork, People Per Hour, things like that, and offer your service as a freelancer. So the actual creation of the information is free, and that's where you can come in and charge money for it. All you got to do is kind of like find your own niche and create a new product. Bonus tip here, if you speak multiple languages, you could take an existing product which has already been proven from the marketplace, like Jasper Surfer and many more, which I'm going to mention in a minute. You can take those concepts and publish it in your own language. Mind blown. You will see in a minute what I mean. So the good news first, it's a brand new tool. It's very, very new. So again, very few people know about it, which means there is a lot of space in the market for you to get into right now. So you have this unfair advantage if you're watching this video to get started right now, and don't waste any more time. I've spent the last week or so just getting into it, studying it. We are already utilizing it for our websites, for copy, to create more content and many other things. So business idea number one, I already mentioned copywriting. There are a few different tools out there already, like Jasper or Copy. So you've got two options. You can become a copywriter, or you can create an agency that specializes on copywriting, or you can go and create your own SaaS on top of the OpenAI API code. ChatGPT is basically an open source which is free, and the API is available for every developer to dig into, to grab all the data and to basically put their own software on top of it. You can find the links to all of these tools in the description box below as well. You can go check it out and get inspired and see what you can do for yourself. You can also niche down even further and just target e-commerce businesses, for example, because if you're in e-commerce, you will really like this as well. You know that you need to constantly test out new products and pull up new landing pages and run ads to it and see if people would buy it before you purchase all of the stock, right? Now with Sidekick, you can create a landing page within minutes. Before, it would have taken you a few hours, maybe an entire day, to create a beautiful looking landing page with convincing copy. Right now, it can take you a few minutes to just do that. Idea number three, translations. Become a translation agency or just become a translator on Fiverr as a freelancer yourself. So let's see how that goes. So my second language is English. My first language is German. So let's write something in English and then translate it to German. Hello, Tina. How are you today? Okay. And then the command, the prompt is translate this into German. Hallo, Tina. Wie geht es dir heute? Isn't that crazy? Translate this into Turkish. Merhaba, Tina. Bugün nasılsın? Translate this into Spanish. See how you can get lost for a few days into this? Into Spanish. Hola, Tina. ¿Cómo estás hoy? And so on and so forth. You get my point? So basically, somebody can hire you, and translators are expensive people. It's expensive to learn a language and to be able to translate documents from one language into the other. So isn't that mind-blowing? Next, you could become an SEO agency or an SEO freelancer. What does that mean? SEO stands for search engine optimization, which means people create content Google-friendly. Google is a search engine, and according to the quality of your website, you will rank high or low. If Google sees your website as an authority in the space, which means you need to have put up loads of content and backlinks and all of that kind of stuff, but the quality of the content dictates whether or not you are going to be seen as an authority by Google, and therefore they decide how you're going to rank within Google if somebody searches for a specific search term. For this, there are also different platforms out there already, like I use Phrase, then there's Jasper, I'm sure there's many more, which are built on ChatGPT. Number 5, this is absolutely mind-blowing. You can create videos from plain text within minutes. This is so mind-blowing because the amount of possibilities you'll have with AI are just the amount of ideas you can imagine, right? The more you can think, the more you can imagine what's possible, you will see that it is actually already possible. It's really, really crazy. So for this particular example, for example, you could go into a business model which is called YouTube automation. You create YouTube channels where you don't want to show your face, like you don't have to script the videos yourself, like you don't have to show up on camera and present like I do right now. If you don't want to do any of that, you could just hand in a script to this tool, and that tool creates basically a video for you with an AI generated representer. See for yourself.
Hey, I'm Anna, and here's a quick Synthesia product demo. Start by selecting an AI avatar, like me, or me, or me. Then type in text in over 65 languages. And choose a narration style or local accent. When you're ready, add your text, shapes, and other design elements. choose a font, or upload your own. You can also upload other brand assets, such as your logo, which you will find here for any future videos.
Okay, you get the gist. Next up, idea number 6, a content repurpose agency. What does that mean? Now, long form content like this needs to be cut up into different smaller bits and bobs. Business owners like me, we love to have somebody who can do that, who can create shorts and reels and put them all up on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube so that we can have more traffic back leading to our videos, to our websites, to our products and services, right? So it takes a lot of time to do that. Now, there is a tool out there which can actually do that all for you. So basically, with one live stream video, you can get 20 pieces of content which you can distribute into all of these social media platforms. Check out the link in the description to sign up for your free trial and check it out for yourself. Business idea number 7, sell digital art. But wait, you're not an artist? No worries. Let's create some pictures within a matter of seconds. So there are different resources out there as well, which you can use. So head over to Canva, click text to image, use a new design. And now you can already see what I've been playing around with today. But you can basically give new search terms here. And by the way, I actually created the search term with ChatGPT as well. Dog with laptop in the jungle, and generate more. Ta-da, here we go. So there is 4 different pictures. One is gonna come in a minute. There we go. Looks like Fipsy, my dog. Now you can adjust it like this. You can download it. Beautiful. The crazy thing about this is every single time I would say dog with laptop in the jungle, there would be a different image would be generated. This is why they're unique. Like another person who goes into Canva and would type text to image and would type dog with laptop in the jungle would not get the same images because it's all different, right? So now you can see I've been playing around with Sailor Moon before. So you can download these images and head over to DeviantArt and upload it, create an account and upload them as art to be sold. So this is how the backend looks like. Let's take this picture, for example. I think it's very beautiful. And see, this is being offered for $12.50. This is another option how you can make money online right now, today. You could also go into Fiverr or Upwork and offer services like creating book covers or creating music covers, things like that. Last but certainly not least, you could go ahead and you could create a website like Do Not Pay, which is the world's first robot lawyer. So if you've got any questions about law enforcement, if you got a speeding ticket, things like that, you can talk your way out of it because this platform is built on top of ChatGPT and it works the same way as I just demonstrated to you before ChatGPT, and it will give you the answers on how to act and what to do. Another crazy thing which I really wanted to show you, and I forgot to mention it earlier, is mental health. So AI is now actually able to act as a psychologist and you can have a chat with the computer. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so there is this website called character.ai and I've chosen the psychologist as a character. So psychologist starts the conversation with me and says, hello, I'm a psychologist. What brings you here today? And I said, hi, I feel sad. Okay, and then a psychologist says, the AI psychologist I sure mentioned says, I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling sad. Have you been dealing with sadness for a long time now, or is it something which has been getting worse? Would you like to talk about what's making you feel sad? Feel free to share as much or as little as you like. Okay, so now I'm going to say, and I have not tested this before the video because I got so excited and I thought I'll just do this live on the video. So let's say my dog had an accident yesterday and is in hospital. Let's say what she has to say. I can imagine that this has been very upsetting for you, especially since it's so sudden. The good thing is that your dog is still with you. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time and TLC for our furry friends to get back to normal after an accident. What can I do to decrease my anxiety? I don't know. Okay, let's see what she's got to say. So, you see, like, whatever situation you're in, you can just go online and chat to a bot which has been trained by humans. So all of these, you need to understand, all of these replies are actually coming because it's been trained by people like you and me. So here I just want to show you real quick. These are like descriptions which I've used earlier to create while I was testing the AI art component, which I just talked about and listed just a picture on this art website. And then you can add actually a description to it. And then ChatGPT just wrote this description for me. But what I was after is to show you the thumbs ups or thumbs down here. And this is how they know, okay, this is a good response response. She liked that, what we've wrote, and this is how the bot gets trained. Now, what do you think? Did you like this video? Give a thumbs up. Do you think AI is scary? Give us a dislike. Make sure you just subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also make sure to dive into AI, to dive into ChatGPT. Go create an account, just play around with it a little bit, and create your next blog post, create your next social media post, create your next Facebook ad, whatever it is what you're doing next. Get into it right now before time takes over, and use it to your advantage.